Hey guys, Ryan and Hope here. Just wanted to start out by doing hair for all of our recital dances 2025. So the first style that we're gonna do is for the combo kids. I'm gonna go off my cheat sheet over here. It's for the combo kids. It's half up, half down. So the way that I normally do this, you can have their hair curled, you can have it straight. Some of us I know don't have as much hair as others, so we want to make sure that we do a style that we can all do, at least halfway do. So what I normally do is I go from the front of the ears and I pull that hair up. Sorry, Hope. I pull that the front pieces of hair up. I try my best to make it as clean as possible in the back as well. I pull those front pieces of hair up. And guys, just do your best on this. Like I said, I know some of us don't have as long of hair as others. So make sure that you make this as clean as possible. I use one of these bristle brushes to brush all of this hair up. And then I try to make this as smooth as humanly possible. Use hairspray, use gel. If you need water, you can do that too. And then you want to get a ponytail holder that is as close to their skin color or their hair color as possible, not skin color, hair color as possible. And you want to put that up right on kind of the top of their head. And then turn to the side. So you'll spray these up. You don't want to have any of these wispies hanging down. You'll spray this up and make it nice and clean. And then we'll put the hair piece in on the top. All right, so the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna do high ponytail, which is for beginning clogging, beginning jazz, and hip hop 1. And then I'm also gonna go into doing a high bun, which is for beginning ballet. So high ponytail, when I do this, I just take like a regular bristle brush all the hair back. And sometimes I have them flip their head over, which is totally doable, but I'm just gonna pick up all the hair. You want the ponytail to sit right at the top of their head. You don't want it really far forward, right? You don't want it like up here. You want it to just sit right on the top of their head. So I'm gonna take a regular bristle brush and just brush all this hair into my hands. And I'm gonna go up. All right, turn your head for me. I'm gonna go up to about right here, kind of up from the ears. So I'm gonna use a regular bristle brush just to brush that and smooth that. And then I'm gonna take this fine brush and smooth it out as best as humanly possible. A lot of times with some people you have to use gel, hairspray, or water for this, but I'm trying to avoid using too much of that right at this moment. But you want to make that as smooth as you can all around. And then, like I said, with the combo, you want to make sure that you use a ponytail holder that is as close to your hair color as possible. And make sure it's really secured because you don't want it to go anywhere. Okay? So, high ponytail, you don't want any type of flyaways, so you're going to want to spray this down really good. You're going to want to take that brush and make sure it's all nice and smooth. And then when they turn to the side, you want it to just sit right at the top of their ears, or like in line with their ears, sorry. So once you do that, that is for, like I said, beginning clogging, beginning jazz, and hip hop 1. So when I'm going to go in to do the bun, what I normally, for beginning ballet, so you want to put it in the high ponytail first. Some people may want to choose to do like a donut. You certainly can if you would like. I personally don't like to use those. What I do is I split the hair into 2 sections. I'm going to twist one side, and then I'm going to start wrapping it around. If I wrap it around, as I wrap it around, I'm gonna use bobby pins and pin the hair in. So I'm gonna continue to twist and wrap. And use just a few bobby pins to get it secured. I'm using like 3 or 4 here. And then I'm gonna start doing the other side. So it's gonna look a little crazy at first, but I promise I start doing the other side, I start wrapping that piece again, and I'm gonna go around and keep pinning as I go. Dropping pins everywhere. And sometimes these bobby pins don't stay in, and if they don't stay in, I'll show you a trick in just a second. So I put 2 or 3 bobby pins in that as well. I'm gonna take a hairnet. You can get these at Sally's, you can get them at on Amazon, and I'm gonna wrap the hairnet around a few times, and that gets all the flyaways in. And then I'm gonna use hair pins, which are the wider ones, if you can see that. And I'm gonna start using those to help get it really secured. And like I said, you obviously want to really clean this up. You obviously want to make sure that this is really, really slicked back. Use hairspray. And then I'm not doing too many bobby pins because I'm getting ready to take her hair right back down. But use bobby pins and hairpins to try to shape that. And like I said, you do not have to do it this way. You can obviously use a donut if you would prefer, but that is completely and totally up to you. Okay, now I am going to go into the low middle part, ponytail and bun. So that is for the remainder of the classes. Hip Hop 2, Hip Hop 3, beginning tap, ballet 2-3, jazz lyrical 2, clogging 2-3, and jazz lyrical 1. I think I hit all the classes. If I didn't, you guys got it on a sheet in your recital packet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take like a rat tail brush or comb, and I am going to try to find the center and do a middle part just like this. So when I do my own personal low middle parts, I use water and I use a little bit of hairspray. Some people use the wax sticks. You can do any of those, okay? But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna gather this hair back in the back with a regular brush first. And when I do this, please make sure, turn your head, please make sure to not let the ponytail sit on the back of the neck like this. Bring the ponytail up just a little bit, especially if you have to do a bun. So if you have to do a bun, you want to make sure that it's not sitting too far down on the neck. Then you're going to take that fine bristle brush again. These are the best thing to use because it gets it nice and smooth on the side. You're going to do that, and you want to take that and just smooth it as best as you possibly can. Low ponytails are pretty self-explanatory, guys, except for when you drop the brush. Alright, brush that back, secure it with a ponytail holder that's as close to your hair color as humanly possible. Make sure you get all the little flyaways. You don't want any of those. Use gel, use hairspray, use a wax stick, whatever you think will work best for your dancer. Look down for me. Whatever you think will look best for your dancer, and then secure it with the ponytail holder, and that's it. And then do the bun exactly the same as you did the bun, like I did for the high bun. What I would do is split it into 2, twist and wrap and pin, twist and wrap and pin. So this ponytail is sitting a little bit higher up so that I have room for the bun. And that's it. Make sure that it's really nice and slicked back. Make sure that the hair is not having any flyaways or anything like that. The ponytail can be straight or curly, whatever you would like. So you don't want anything like this hanging down. You want to make sure that that's nice and slicked back as well. So that's all the hair. All right, so now we're gonna go into makeup. What you will do is you will prep the face however you normally do. If you don't prep it, then that's totally fine too. What I would do is I would take and prep it and then set it with a little bit of powder foundation. So I would use liquid foundation first, then do a little bit of powder foundation and do that all over the face. I'm just doing a little bit lightly on Hope's face. I'm not doing a lot. And then you can go in and you can do bronzer. You can do anything that you want to do from there. And then what you do is you're going to go in with your blush. Shouldn't have that. You're going to go in with your blush. Like I said, the CoverGirl is the suggestion that I made. It is the High Pigment Blush True Blend in number 320, Love Me. I'm going to take that blush. I'm going to have her smile, and I'm going to go out from the corners of the apples of her cheeks up. And I'm going to it'll be more pigmented once I have foundation on her face, but I'm going to do it to where it's got a pretty decent pigment. You don't want a stripe, but you want a pretty decent amount of blush on the face. So you can see that there. Then I'm going to do the other side. And I'm gonna go out. Like I said, have her smile. You can blend it out a little bit. I'm gonna scoot you forward. You can blend it out just a touch, go over the nose and blend it out some. Obviously, like I said, when she has her powder or when she has her foundation and everything on, it will look a little bit more blended out. So from there, what you are going to do is you're going to find a brown eyeshadow palette of some sort, just any type of shade. So I have this small e.l.f. one. I think these are like $3. What I would do, I'm going to take a rounded brush just like this, and I'm going to go into these two colors. I'm going to combine them together. First, you're going to use a little bit of eyeshadow primer. It's going to help. You're going to take that and you're going to cover the entire lid with eyeshadow primer. If you don't have eyeshadow primer, that is okay as well. But you're going to take this and blend it out on the outer V of the eye. And you're gonna give just a little darkness to this outside. I normally take it out a little bit into almost a wing. You're gonna blend this and make that kind of darker there. I'm gonna do just a tad bit more. Like I said, guys, this is for the older kids, so this is more full stage makeup. So you're gonna do just like that. Then I'm gonna take a different brush and I'm gonna tap into this lighter shade that I have right here, just a little bit. And then I'm gonna take and try to blend that out a little bit. You don't want the harsh lines, so I just take my brush and I go in circular motions to kind of blend that out a little bit so it's not such a harsh triangle. And then I'm gonna do the exact same thing on the other side. You wanna do your best to make sure that these are as even as possible. Same shades and everything. So I'm gonna have her turn her head just a little bit, brush it out, try to blend. Blending is going to be your friend. And then I'm gonna take that lighter color again. I'm gonna tap off the excess and I'm just gonna go in those circular motions and try to blend that out. So like I said, you don't want this to be super harsh. You just kind of want it to go with the natural line of her eye. So when she opens, you can see there's not like a harsh line down the middle, right? It's just a blend together. From there, guys, you are going to take any liquid eyeliner that you would like. And what I do, I use this Maybelline Line Stiletto. I think this one is the best, honestly. But you're gonna take a very fine tip liquid eyeliner. You're gonna take and you're gonna line the entire top of the eye, and then you're gonna sweep out to just make a tiny little, I call them cat eyes. Okay, and then I'm gonna dip in again, and I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Go across, tiny sweep out into a little cat eye. You can literally barely see it, but when I bring you in closer, you're gonna be able to see the line and the little cat eye. I did make this one just a touch longer, unfortunately. So what I do after that normally is I'm going to take my brushes that I used just a second ago, and I'm gonna kind of blend over top of that. You gotta let that dry for just a second. And then I'm gonna kind of blend over top of that to make it so it's not such a harsh line on the top. Same thing, I'm gonna let that one dry. And then we're going to take a shimmer, as long as you have something similar to this, like a brownish shimmer, like a lighter brownish shimmer. I put it on my finger just like this, and I'm going to put it right on the top, on the inner corner of her eye, just like that. I think I used the wrong one. Here we go. I'm gonna take and tap that on the lid, and I actually did not wait long enough, so your eyeliner was, so that shows you have to wait a little bit longer because the eyeliner ended up coming off on my finger. But let her sit, let that dry, and then once she opens her eyes, you put on the mascara, and then you do not have to worry about lashes or anything like, just put a little coat of mascara over top. And then you're going to put, the only thing that I said that you guys absolutely needed to buy was the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink in the number, if you can see it, 15 Lover. It is this beautiful, like, deeper pink shade. I'm not gonna make Hope put that on at the moment, but you just have to put on the lipstick, and then her face of makeup is complete. So go ahead and open your eyes. I got the eyeliner under your eye over here, but we won't look at this side. We'll just look at this side. So close your eye one more time. So it's just that shimmer on the inside, a little bit darker on the outside. Just make sure to blend. You can open again. Make sure to blend and do your best that you can. The blush, foundation. It is a little bit of a learning curve, guys, but I promise it's simple once you do it a couple times. Don't overthink it. Just do your best. Thanks, guys.